I'm here with Bruce Leventhal today, and we're photographing waterfalls.
When photographing waterfalls, photographers often try to achieve that mysterious, misty curtain of water. Here's the techniques we're going to use to achieve these sorts of images. First, start with a very sturdy tripod. You don't want your camera to move at all. Next, you're going to use a neutral density filter. That's going to really limit the amount of light that gets in your camera. That's going to slow the exposure down, kind of like sunglasses for your camera. Because it's such a long exposure, you also need to either use a timer or a cable release so there's no vibration in your camera. Set your camera to manual exposure, and then you're going to basically find the slowest shutter speed that you can use with the f-stop that you've chosen. You want to use a very low ISO setting so that you also continue to limit the amount of light getting to your sensor and slow the image down. So there you have it, a sturdy tripod, cable release or self-timer, a 4-stop neutral density filter, and then work manual exposure for that slow shutter speed. You'll have that misty, mysterious waterfall.
So now that I've gotten my exposure dialed in, now I'm going to work on increasing the depth of field. What that does is it makes things more focused from the front of the camera all the way to infinity, and I do this by decreasing my f-stop or my aperture in my camera, and I go from the little numbers to the big numbers. So I'm going to go from f5.6 to the maximum on this lens, f20. One thing that you'll notice is as I increase my depth of field, I had to really increase the amount of time my shutter was open. So I've moved all the way down to about a 2-second exposure to get that image. Let's see what that does.
So first thing I did was go in for the waterfall just to try to build a composition. And then I had to deal with how to deal with the water. As you can see, I was just getting splashed on like mad. From the perspective of the image, it was dark behind the waterfall and light on the outside of the waterfall. So what I decided to do was to shoot a 3-stop bracket, 2/3 of a stop under what the meter suggested is on, or what the histogram actually suggested was on, and then 2/3 of a stop over. And what I'm hoping is by overexposing I can get some of the color in the cake, and then by underexposing I can set my blacks really dark and then not blow out the whites of the falling water. It was really wet in there, and you know, if you look at me you can see I'm soaked and my camera is soaked, and if I had a little bit more time now that I'm reviewing my images, I probably would have raised my shutter speed just a little bit to maybe get a little bit less of the silky look of the water, a little bit more texture in the water. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'll have to post-process it, but right now I'm a little bit disappointed with my own decision not to take another 6 pictures at a faster shutter speed to try to freeze some of that water. But we'll see. I'm not going back in there though. It's starting to rain out here. My gear is soaking wet. I'm soaking wet, I'm cold, and now I'm tired.